Right, one of the next little jobs to do with the HW80 is that I thought it might be nice to have a adjustable butt pad. So I got a, is it GunTuff? Can't remember now. It's basically the same as a Bisley but just in a different packet. So I got one of those, but instead of it being black or brown, I got a red one. I thought that might look a little bit different anyway. The stock, I'm going to tackle it again. So what I'm going to do, after an advice and watching some videos, I'm going to actually bleach this and see if I can get off all the other little odds and sods and actually make it a bit of a better job. Obviously notice there's a couple of little dings up here, so I might have a go at steaming some of those out. So whilst it's in a position where it's potentially going to get sanded and marked again, I thought now's the ideal time to try and fit one of those. So what I've done, just masked up the end, and what I want to do, rather than put more holes into the stock, I want to drill this, because I think this is a lot cheaper to ruin than that is. So I took the original buttstock off, just measured it and placed it where I wanted it to be, marked a couple of holes whilst it was there, obviously drawn round, obviously give me an area or an idea of where I need to trim off. So the first thing that I'm going to do is drill a couple of these holes, a little pilot hole through, stick a screw in there, just make sure that it does actually line up as it were, and then once that's done, get a file out and start trimming it up, so at least the base plate fits on through the original screws onto the stock. So see if I can drill a couple of holes. So get in there, just the smidgen to take off up there, and then I'll start sanding it by hand. So all in all, come out alright. I've just double-sided taped it because I need some new screws that will fit flush as opposed to go through the butt pad. If anything, I could probably file this down as well. It's got a bit of a lip. That'll do for now. And then need to see about bleaching this stock. So, needs a little bit of fettling. The base plate fits the stock pretty well, but then there's a bit of a lip on this side, so it's on the top. If I'd have been really clever and had a lineager, I could have done both at the same time. So when you look down, you can actually see it's outside the rubber. So what I'm going to do with a Sharpie is just mark this top edge, take off the butt pad, and then just sand that, and then that should hopefully match that a little bit better. And then that can go back on the rifle when it's all finished. So let's draw around this first. So you can see there's just the faintest of edges I need to take off there. It's just a little bit on that corner, and then hopefully that should match up a bit better. So out with the file, and then we'll see if we can do that. Yeah, so there's a wafer thin line of Sharpie left, which will be taken out when I hand sand. It's smooth because obviously it's got some rough marks. And I was going to say I managed to, no idea what I managed to do with the file, but I managed to nick it. So that, I mean, that won't come out, but it's on the bit that butts up, so hopefully you won't see it. And then yeah, make it a little bit smoother, a little bit more, less filed like. I mean, there's a couple of little deep file marks which I won't get out. Obviously if I start trying to chase it, I'm going to start changing the profile too much. But it's good enough for what I want. Yeah, let's crack on with this one. Right, so that's all hand sanded and as best I can, up to 600 I think it is. Get rid of the majority of the scratch marks, a couple of little ones, but again I'm not going to start chasing them. It was just me being too heavy-handed with the file. This is aluminium, and Jesus Christ, press on it too hard, and yeah, no idea what I was thinking there. But anyway, these now aren't too bad. There's a couple of little marks, but it is what it is. So let's put it back together again, and hopefully it fits a bit better. This is the edge that I sanded down because it wasn't quite fitting. As you can tell, or see, hopefully, it's a little bit closer now. That side weren't too bad. But so yeah, it was just this edge. It was a bit of a lip. And that's now gone. So yeah, cool. So all in all, it's a bit better. It's not quite lined up when I put it back together again. But yeah, it's a bit of a closer fit. Base plates are beveled. Yeah, jolly good. Not bad for less than 20 quid. About an hour's work. Stock's not finished yet, but gives you an idea.